Hey everyone, welcome to my fitness drive. My name is TJ and I am a personal trainer in training. Yep, you heard that right. I am a new personal trainer beginning my journey in the fitness space. And in many ways, I'm a beginner like some of you that might be watching. Look, I'm not getting any younger. I'm in my mid-30s, but I feel a lot older than I actually am. My knees crack going up the steps, my feet cramp when I walk too fast, and that's thanks in part to my work life, which is continuously stressful and 100% sedentary. So let's talk about those things for a bit. The World Health Organization, or WHO, describes stress as a state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. We all have our own share of difficult situations that can cause varying degrees of stress. For many of us, work and financial obligations tend to be the daily stress inducers over something that's a one-off, like moving to a new place. But regardless on how long or short-term that stress is, it can have some impact on your physical, mental, or social well-being. Some of the negative effects of stress can be headaches. It can be nausea. You can start developing anxiety. You can have depression, mood swings, irritability. And all of those things, again, affect your physical, your mental, and your social well-being. However, stress can also be a fantastic motivator to make positive changes in your life. For example, let's just say you work at a dead-end minimum wage job, a job where they don't appreciate anything that you do. That frustration and that stress can be a great motivator for you to, let's say, pursue a degree or find another job that does pay you well and that does appreciate what you do, or hey, become your own boss, because who's going to pay you what you deserve at the end of the day if not for yourself, right? Or let's say you were diagnosed with a condition that restrains your quality of life. Something like that could motivate you to directly challenge the limitations of that condition, or it might encourage you to learn more about the condition, and you can help others who are in similar situations with maybe a similar diagnosis. You can help them grow through those challenges as well. The point is, we all have to live with some degree of stress. With the right mind, however, it can be your driving force for you to achieve and do better for your life. Let's go back a second and talk about what it means to live sedentary, because I did mention earlier that my work life is both stressful and 100% sedentary. So when you Google search the Oxford term online, sedentary is defined as tending to spend much time seated, somewhat inactive. Oxford also describes the term's characterization for a working environment as much sitting and little physical exercise. Our bodies are not designed to be sitting for hours a day. We need our legs to be moving for proper blood circulation. We need our bodies to naturally produce vitamin D from the sunlight. And yet, for many of us, we don't even consider the sedentary lifestyle or the routine that we find ourselves stuck in, and how that contributes to the direct damage of our bodies in the long run. Now imagine this. You're a desk jockey living in or near one of the busiest cities in corporate America. Your average commute to work is 1.5 to 2 hours. So you wake up at 5 in the morning, just so that way you can get yourself ready and be out the door by 6. You're stuck in traffic from 6 all the way until you clock in at 8 o'clock. That's already 2 hours right there that you're just sitting, not even realizing that you're stressing over the traffic, the frustration and the irritation that comes with sitting in traffic. Then you're sitting at your desk from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Maybe you're so busy that you have to work through your lunch, right? So that's 9 hours right there. And you worked through your lunch with the hope and prayer that you don't have to stay any longer for any additional overtime. And now it's another 2 hours back home in traffic. You don't live that far, but the traffic makes it that far. So you're sitting in traffic for another 2 hours. If you're lucky, you have a very helpful spouse or roommate or relative that has dinner ready for you when you get home. But some of us aren't that lucky. Many of us are probably not that lucky to have somebody at home with dinner already ready for us. So now that's something you have to also figure out. Maybe you say, you know what, I only have 3 hours left at my day when I get home. I don't want to cook. I'll just get something on the way. So you might swing by a fast food joint to pick up something cheap and quick. You only have a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours left of your evening before you have to get in bed to get a decent amount of sleep just to get up and do it all over again. In a routine like that, that's already 12 to 13 hours of just sedentary living. No exercise, no getting up to be active. You're not giving your body any direct sunlight because you're stuck indoors all day working. I mean, that scenario might not apply to some people, but for many people, that scenario that I just described is an actual reality. A very repetitive, a very routine, and a very unhealthy reality. Now check this out. The Yale Medicine website reports that there has been research linking prolonged sitting or other sedentary behaviors to diabetes, poor heart health, weight gain, depression, dementia, and multiple other cancers. When you look at some of those conditions and you compare it to a life that I just described to you, it makes sense. It's not too far-fetched to believe that prolonged sitting can lead to poor circulation in the lower legs, and how that coupled with poor eating habits can lead to diabetes, or that coupled with not exercising can lead to cardiovascular problems. Now this site actually goes a little bit deeper into each of those conditions and how prolonged sitting directly contributes to them. I'll include the link in the description for anybody who's interested in reading that, but I would totally recommend that you go check it out. Now, what am I saying? Am I saying that we all need to quit our jobs for the sake of living an active lifestyle? Absolutely not. So don't think that. That's not even realistic. It's not even sound advice. So what I am saying is that while we're all living our lives, take a second to stop and think. Am I taking care of my body and overall well-being? You also have to think, how does stress affect me? Does stress control me, or does stress motivate me? You really have to reshape the way you consider stress and how it affects you and how it influences the decisions in your life. Are you content with your personal goals? Are you content with how well you're taking care of your body? What's gonna motivate you to take care of your body? See, all of these questions are questions only you can answer. Myself, I'm in a similar routine. But I realize if I keep living my routine, I'm only going to negatively impact myself. So I'm using my situation to be my driving force. And hopefully, I can inspire you to achieve greater heights through exercise. So be ready, because the next time we meet, we're going to dive right in with the beginner-friendly exercise. Be safe, stay healthy. If you like the video, like and share. I would really appreciate the support. I could definitely use the support. And I'll catch you guys later on my fitness drive.